Hi, this is Steve with RPGMakerGameReviews.com, and today we're doing a first impression video of She Who Fights Monsters by Catherine. Let's go in here and check our options. First of all, as you can hear, there's no sound on the title screen, no music or anything. So let's see if that's maybe something we can change here. So now all the sound is turned all the way up, so maybe Catherine, the game dev, just doesn't have music here yet. Start a new game. What? What happened? Your Highness? Oh, Your Highness, please, come to... Huh? Your Highness, are you alright? I was worried you wouldn't come to your senses. It's an interesting art style for this character. Minkle? I'm so confused. And we can choose what we want to say here. Have you been hovering over me this whole time? Remove your hand from my shoulder at once. It's so dark. Can't you fetch a light? What's going on? My head hurts. Kind of want to do the remove your hand, but I think this will give us most answers as to what's going on here. Minkle says, "It's absolutely horrible, Your Highness. The soldiers, at dinner. I don't know what's happening, Your Highness. All I know is that you and I would both be dead if it weren't for the guards that hadn't gone mad." You can ask, at dinner? The guards that haven't gone mad? Well, we can't stay here if that's the case. Let's find out what happened at dinner. Yes, dinner service. There must have been something in your food. I have nothing else to explain your collapse. The guards must have been in on it beforehand, Your Highness. I could see them looking suspicious, but I hadn't thought much of it. Who could have foreseen what happened? Well, I suppose the guards did. Some sprung into action at once, and like I said, you were fortunate the kindly ones reached your body first. They told me to run, so run I did, and that's how you and I ended up here, Your Highness. I haven't any clue where our escort went since they stepped outside. The guards that haven't gone mad? Aside from the ones that rescued you and I, it's as though they've gone rabid. Can I call them that? No, they have lost their senses. Whatever they've plotted, it was out of malice. I saw them cut down the servants that had the misfortune of being within their reach. Yes, malice. Of that much I'm certain. Well, we can't stay here. I couldn't agree more, Your Highness. This wing of the castle has grown quiet, but I'm certain they'll find us again if we wander too far. And armed as we are, Your Highness, in dressing gown and with bare fist, we would be slaughtered before we could speak our last words. I should be the one with the answers, Your Highness. It's my duty to ensure your safety, or, well, it was all of our duty, at least until tonight. This is bigger than me, Your Highness. What shall we do? Whatever you decide, I will be there at your side. If what Mink says is true, and she has no reason to lie to me, then we need to get out of here as soon as possible. Sticking around to decide between friend and foe is too dangerous. The main gate is simply not an option. Too obvious, too loud, too slow to open. The western side gate might be a possibility. It may involve a fight, however, or several. The servants' passage might be safe, but the doors outside will likely be locked. But Mink should have a key. So she's gone through this whole thought process, and I'm just thinking maybe it would be more fun to see that happen. See them try and go to the main gate, or go and try and find the different exits, just to find out that there's a problem with doing that. So just game design, instead of hearing her think this, maybe good to see it. So she's going to say, we're going to go through the servant's passage. Say, Mink, I require your key. My keys? Oh, you intend on leaving, Your Highness? Yeah, that's the idea. We need to go. I understand, Your Highness. One moment. They aren't in my pocket where I had them last. Oh, Your Highness, I think I may have dropped them in our haste. There must be a body nearby. Surely someone was carrying their keys during dinner service. Okay, so it sounds like we're gonna go find somebody else's key. There's a small file. Received a jar of rejuvenating salts. It smells quite pungent, and you almost regret picking it up. So the music just kicked in. I'm gonna lower my volume a little bit. For some reason we can't walk any further than this. There's a shipment of medicinal goods inside this crate. Got 2 bottles of watery restorative and a package of rejuvenating salt. Hopeful. Let's see what's in here. 2 small vials. And more watery restorative. A sort of potion brewed up by the castle magician to soothe stomach aches and cure fever. Nadia. All these crates, so that's the princess's name, Nadia. All these crates. Mink, if we could pry some of these planks apart, we would at least have something to defend ourselves with. Anything is better than nothing. Shall I try to take it apart, Your Highness? Sure, Mink. Go ahead and open it. At once, Your Highness. Step aside. I'll need to put my back into it. Okay, Mink, let's see what you got. It came right off, Your Highness. Please, you should take it in case we must fend for ourselves. Receive some wooden planks and learn that Mink is stronger than she looks. Okay. So let's check our menu. I like this menu style. Although, of course I know what an RPG Maker game is and how it generally works, but there's no tutorial in the game telling new players how they might get into the menu. So it's something to think about, giving the player a prompt. Primitive way of restoring consciousness. The restorative says it stabilizes the weary. So it doesn't tell us exactly what it's going to do. And our only weapon is a crate plank. Got 2 of them though. No armor. No key items. Let's see what kind of skills these ladies have. Nadia. Class is esteemed nobility. She's got a rallying cry. She's capable of inspiring even the most discouraged warriors. Solitary barrage. In times of need, even a queen is capable of pulling out all the stops. Multi-hit attack. Okay. So again, I'm kind of thinking this doesn't tell me exactly what it does. It doesn't tell me the stats that it's going to increase or the damage it's going to do. Stoic. Raise overflow by guarding in battle or receiving damage from attacks. Okay. Oh, we didn't check Minkle's skills. Mink's desire to defend her allies can grow impossibly fierce. In times of need, even a handmaiden can find strength she never knew she had. One-hit attack. And again, she's got the same stoic skill. Okay. Let's equip with our plank. And they both have their boards. I like these icons up here. Okay. We have 0 silver over there, it says. Okay, let's get out of the storeroom. What? Okay, so when I went up to the door, it triggered the save. Cold-blooded murder. I can't even tell if this is one of our protectors. We can only hope not. His weapons are nowhere to be found. Oh my. Is it bad that was my first thought, Your Highness? I just want to get you out of here safely. Nothing can be done for him now. So we can say, I understand you were just thinking about his weapons. Or we can say, you didn't even stop to consider his life? How cruel. Well, we understand. Thank you, Your Highness. I have your life in my hands. I'm sorry, brave soldier. Please forgive me for taking what is yours in death. This is for you, Your Highness. Please protect yourself. Got a helmet. You recoil a little at the fact that it was worn by a dead man. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I can't help myself, Your Highness. This man was wearing a ring. I'm going to take it in case we need to sell it, or perhaps bribe one of these guards, if they'll reason with us. She picked up a silver ring. You notice that it's a traditional wedding band on second glance. Maybe you ought to have left that with a dead man. Lead the way, and I'll be right behind you. Okay, so of course now we have to equip our helmet. Just optimize. Okay, so wait. Oh, shoot. So we got the wedding band. Let's see what that does. Traditionally used in marriage ceremonies flaked with blood. So, okay. It's not going to add to our stats or anything, so I'll just keep it off for now. I like the sound effects too in the menu. Let's go this way. See if there's anything over here. There is. Your Highness, keep your distance. Castle guard. Edgar, she's over here. Friend or foe? Stay behind me. don't understand. What is the reason for this? You shouldn't even be alive to ask such a question. Let's see how strong this guy is. I don't have an HP to tell us. Specials. Your Highness, they've grown weak. Allow me to finish them off. Well, she does have some overflow now. Let's see. Oh, that takes 100. 10 and 100. Wow. That's quite a difference. 7. Nadia, my own people turned against me. It feels like a bad dream. I apologize, Your Highness. We must keep pressing forward, but... Are you alright? The wounds we could sustain might get far worse. I can't help but worry. We should find something to bind our wounds with, at the very least. Come, Your Highness. So I'm just noticing some inconsistency with Your Highness. Sometimes it's capitalized, sometimes it's not. So it's just, kind of a finishing touch to make it more professional. Standing idle is an invitation for disaster. Also, the word all right that the characters have used a couple times. All right, A-L-R-I-G-H-T is not the proper form of that word. It's A-L-L space right, 2 words. So again, it's just my book editor coming out. But that's the kind of things that, I notice. Things that can make your game just kind of be more professional, like I said. Mink, the magician, he wasn't at dinner, was he? Not that I recall, Your Highness. See, there's capitalized. But he's out so frequently. I wouldn't be surprised if he's sleeping soundly across the city. Damn it, if he was here, either this wouldn't have happened at all, or you and I would have been dead in an instant during service. Still, with what he keeps in his quarters, it might be worth our time to head upstairs. Do you think we'll be fortunate enough to find a powerful magic relic? No, I didn't think so either. Well, let's go check anyway. Locked. Just what I need. What else was I expecting? There's nothing we can do about it, Your Highness. So is this where... I think we came here, went over here to the west, went upstairs, came back this way. So let's see... oh. Another traitorous guard. Still pretty good on health. I'm not really worried about it. We leveled up. Okay. We get any new skills? Nope. Let's save it. Okay. I like the maps. I doubt I'll ever trust anyone to make my food again. Yeah. I don't blame you, Your Highness. The sign reads in big, bold handwriting. Wipe your damn feet before you enter this kitchen. I'm tired of wiping up mud and slop before and after every service. Go work in the stables if you want to wallow in filth. Some assortment of kitchen tools inside. Carefully sift through them. And we got a kitchen knife. But the thought of having to get up so close to your enemies is a frightening one. Still, it's gotta be better than a wood plank. Okay, defense is a little less. Agility's more, attack's more. So we'll take it. You wonder how long they've been plotting their failed assassination, and a shiver runs down your spine. Some of these loaves look tough enough to bludgeon someone with, but that wouldn't be too effective a weapon. At least you don't think it would be. Yeah, we'll stay with our board and our knife instead of the hard bread. There's some herbs. You stare at it intently when Mink gently ushers you aside and picks out a few of them. You assume they serve some medicinal purpose. Why else would she take those specifically? So is there going to be some crafting with the herbs later? There's a bottle of liquid on the table. You decide to take it without a second thought. And it's the same watery restorative. Okay. Various jars of food, useless to you right now. Look over the contents of the cupboard, briefly wondering what they used to poison you at dinner. The only thing is, you rarely come in here and have no idea if anything is amiss. Being here makes me nervous, Your Highness. I can't tell if they would expect us to return to the scene of the crime or not. Regardless, nothing good will come from lingering here. Yes, but we must loot the bodies, Mink. Sabina. She didn't even see it coming, Your Highness. Oh, Goddess, the blood is making me... No, I can't find anything on her body. She doesn't have her key, Your Highness. Let's keep searching. Minkle stares at the down knight. You wonder why she isn't kneeling to search him. But with some thought, you remember they don't even frequent the servants' quarters. So this is the damn drink that started this catastrophe. Whoever is responsible for this... Your Highness, please, your voice. I understand that this is a far from ideal situation, but it will be even less so if we attract more attention. Mink, let me have my moment. I deserve better than this. I know, Your Highness. I know. I truly am sorry. So is she the queen, but there's no king? No partner for my throne? East wing, wing, foyer. Okay. Inner court. Nope. Just this way. Is there nothing? No exit this way? We're still trying to find a key and then to get out through the servants' quarters. Guess there's no exit through the courtyard. If we go this way, which way have we not gone? That was a storeroom we came out of. Maybe we haven't been this way. Hello, Eric? Are you there? He should have been back here around the hour we served dinner. Who is Eric again? I beg your pardon, Your Highness. But is now really the... No, I apologize. I shouldn't behave that way, even in an event like this. He works in the gardens, Your Highness. I don't suppose the two of you talked frequently. I can't say we did. I keep hearing footsteps behind us, Your Highness. Please, I'm more than willing to explain whatever you would like once we're out of here. My side of the room is to the left. Take whatever you feel would be useful. If we make it out, I won't be returning here anyway. Apparently we can't read that note. Why on earth do you have so many apples in your quarters? Is it really that unusual, Your Highness? Guess I'm just curious about it. Are you? I never thought much of keeping them here. Sometimes when I go to town, I stop by the orchard. They need extra hands fairly often. I get to keep some for myself. The real challenge is eating them all before they go bad. We best head out, Your Highness, but would you like one before we go? I'm kind of not trusting Mink. So, should we take an apple from her? Let's try it. One for you then, and one for me. You wonder briefly how long it's been sitting there. Your Highness, what are you doing with my knitting needles? Do you think we could use this? Sure, Your Highness. This is a matter of utmost urgency. We shouldn't be dragging our heels, if you don't mind me saying that. A weapon. What else would we use them for? I don't believe that would be an effective way to combat armored soldiers, Your Highness. I don't mean trying to pierce their armor with it. We could go for their eyes. Please, Your Highness, I don't want to take such an unnecessary risk and get any closer to them than need be. Fine, fine. I'll leave them behind if you think it's that bad of an idea. Mink, what's this? Your Highness, we needn't look at that. What has gotten into you? Don't just snatch it from my hands. I do apologize, Your Highness. Even I have written thoughts I would prefer to keep to myself. I feel like we're getting to know Mink more than the Queen. Here, Your Highness, I found my pair of gloves. Perhaps it might stop the bite of a blade just slightly. Gloves look well worn, and by that you mean dirty. Put on the gloves. Your Highness, forgive me if this seems a poor idea, but we could take some of these sheets to bind wounds if need be. Okay, so we can say those bed sheets are too grimy, or I like the way you think. Thank you, Your Highness. You must be resourceful to escape. I'll bundle them up right away. We got some cloth bandages. There's nothing useful here, just clutter and threadbare clothes. Feels a little dirty rummaging through Eric's belongings. I don't think he'll be needing these things any longer, Mink. Yes, Your Highness, I know. But it doesn't make it much easier. Here, Your Highness, he had some medicine stashed near the back. Let's do what we need to, and leave the rest of his things alone. If that's okay, Your Highness. Received a plant root. When Mink said medicine, this certainly wasn't what you were expecting. Hopefully she knows how to use this. Yeah, so I'm expecting we're going to craft at some point using these herbs and different things. There are quite a few letters and papers inside this pot. You take one out and read it. Samantha, you have me smitten. I can't stop watching you in the halls whenever you carry your trays past. I hope she likes the flowers I picked for her, straight from the courtyard when no one was looking. What? It's okay, Nadia. He can take some flowers for his girl. Take the bed sheets. Sure. Got more cloth bandages. I feel like carrying bed sheets though can be kind of a large thing to carry around. There's a jar on the table, packed to the brim with salt. Naturally, you take it. Receive 2 doses of rejuvenating salts. This must be the servants' quarters. Today, It looks like they cut Gerald down while he was taking his supper. He wasn't even at dinner in the ballroom, Your Highness. They went out of their way to do this. Give me a moment. Nothing. Of all the evenings for no one to keep their keys on their person. Don't lose faith, Your Highness. There's a small vial inside. And more rejuvenating salts. Let me check this room. Guess not. There's a bundle wrapped in cloth inside the pot. You reach for it. And we got 2 medicinal roots. Do people really use these things in place of potions? Sitting on top of other miscellaneous supplies is a pair of gardening shears. It looks sharp. You reach for it. You take the gardening shears and give the air a test stab. Mink isn't watching and gives no comment. Well, Mink, you're going to equip the gardening shears. Again, a little less on defense, but more on attack and agility. So we'll take that trade. And save it again since we're in the menu. Just kind of clicking around to see what else we can find. This is it, Your Highness. The servant's passage. We haven't found any keys yet. Let's try it anyway. Maybe we can force it down. I'll try, Your Highness, but the door is sturdy for a reason. It's no good. We have no choice but to find a set of keys. So let's see where else we haven't been. Three guards this time. Our health is still good. Almost got enough for a good overflow move. Let's try a routing card. Why can't I use it? It says 10 overflow. And I've got 52 overflow. I don't know why I can't use it. So she's killed inspiring animals to discourage warriors. Is there a state called discouraged? I don't think so. I don't know why I can't use it. Now, Nickel should be able to do this. See how much damage this does? Yes. 45 experience. Let's go ahead and use cloth bandage does. We're at 161. Takes us up to 211. So is that 50? Let's do it again. Yeah, 50. She's got quite a bit of health. 484. We're out of bandages. Let's see what a watery restorative does. Okay. So it was 378 all the way back up to full. So that was more than 100. So definitely the restoratives are better than the bedsheet cloth bandages. Let's see, have we been this way? Yeah, okay, that was Eric and Michael's area. This is where we came from. It's the courtyard. Oh, maybe we didn't go all the way down here. Yeah, here's some new stuff. Not even the priest was spared. Sacrilege in the eyes of the goddess on top of everything else. Is this a nightmare? No, I'm sorry. I need to stay focused. Their keys are missing too. I don't want to look at them any longer. Please, let's go, before I get sick. Do you need a rest, Your Highness? I've barricaded the door. We should be safe for a moment. Please, sit. Are you feeling well? Of course you aren't feeling well. No one would be. What I meant, whatever you drank that made you fall, are there any lingering effects? I think I'm good. Thanks for asking. There's no need for thanks, Your Highness. I'm merely doing what is expected of me, though it is appreciated. But that is a relief. If a truly talented magician had put that drink together, who knows what state you would be in. Perhaps it was sleeping syrup then, or, I don't know. I don't know what it could have been. Have faith, Your Highness. I will get you out of here, or take my last breath trying. If you need to rest, Your Highness, take the time you would need. I just want to say a brief prayer to the goddess before we leave. We flip to a random page in the holy text. It has been many centuries since our goddess has last walked among men freely, but make no mistake, our goddess, Etheria, is among us. She walks in form of flesh and bone, basking in the beauty of her creation, and striking justice unto the evildoer. Okay. Looks like there's a door or something behind that statue. Then we got some more guards over here. The Queen! Look, the Queen! They're not attacking me at once. Maybe these are allies. have you turned against your own kingdom? I still serve this kingdom. I merely no longer serve you. Lie down and die a dignified death. Leave your servant out of this. Enough of their blood has been spilled already. My loyalty won't be swayed. At least I have the courage to fight for the one you were supposed to defend with your lives. This is for the good of our people. If that is where you stand, then I have no choice but to cut both of you down. Men, raise your swords. There's the other stoic. Is that a passive skill? Blade found. Naughty is level 3, and Minkle is level 3. My heart, it's pounding. And you sound short of breath, Your Highness. I'll be fine. They're out of our way now. That's what I care about. Come, Mink. Let's get that. It's Knight's Blade. Knight's Blade does less than the kitchen knife. That's strange. Let's see how it does for Minkle. Gardening Shears. The Knight's Blade, yep, a little bit better. Pretty down in health. Your Highness? Your friendly words to yourself. I agree. What's your intention, soldier? Do you trust us, Your Highness? No. Please, we can't afford to place our faith in the wrong people. But we can't defend you at an arm's length. The Queen instructed you to keep your distance. Your life is at stake, Your Highness. You must trust us. Fine, I can see it in your eyes. Either you're too wise or too stubborn for delusion. I see. So this is not going to be crafting. It's like a thing that works over time. Let's give this to Nadia. Okay, one left. Let's try this after all. There we go. The helmet. Unbelievable. Traitors and liars too. I can only imagine what you must be feeling, Your Highness. I'm ashamed on their behalf. What do we have here? Take down some of the banner. Okay. You receive some cloth bandages. Okay. Why are we stopped? What are you looking at? A key? I didn't even notice it there. Will this unlock the servant's passage? I'm not sure, Your Highness. How do you not know what the key looks like? Don't you usually carry one on you at all times? It isn't as though they come with a label, Your Highness. A key is a key. That didn't come off as rude, did it? I apologize, Your Highness. We'd better take it with us and try it if you feel it's worth going back to risk. Yes, I think it's worth the risk. You hope it's a key to the servant's passage. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. and try and heal as much as we can. Okay, so yeah, so the herbs we can't use unless we're in battle. Oh, and we got a helmet. I think she's already wearing one, yeah. So what's in this door? Door to the main wing of the castle is locked. Even if it weren't, you have little interest in going in there anyway. Okay. West Wing guest quarters. So I'm basically just going in here to see if I can find any loot. There are a variety of personal baubles stashed away in this chest. There's only one thing worth taking. A pair of hunting bracers. They're made of a nice, supple leather. But that's probably not important right now. Nothing but parchment and a few books. And of course we have this dead body. Anything? This has to be it. This has to be a key to the servant's passage. I have it, Your Highness. I won't drop it. Not this time, I swear on my life. So if this is the key to the servant's passage, then what was it we found outside? Is there... Okay, that unlocks another door. You better give it to me, Mink. Yes, Your Highness. I understand your disappointment. Here. Now, let us hurry. More soldiers could be on their way as we speak. Battle wasn't bad. Your Highness, I didn't expect to run into you. You sound surprised to see me, traitor. I guess I am a traitor. I thought they would take care of it. I didn't think I'd have to... I've come this far, why would you make a difference? Even if I try, it's better than doing nothing. I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm sorry. I really am. Got reinforcements. I like that. Curious as to why the guards evolved. Curious why the No! Oh, crap. So like I said, I'm curious to find out why the guards betrayed the queen, why we have not found any other allies besides Minkle. Was Nadia a bad queen? Did the guards feel like they had to overthrow her? Were they put under some kind of magic spell that made them betray him? So I'm interested in the storyline. See where that goes, see what we find out. But I will leave that up to you. Leave a link in the video description if you want to go and play through this and find out what's going on with She Who Fights Monsters. Thanks for watching.